Now to a different topic. An Australian defence contractor has been targeted by hackers working for Chinese spy agencies. The claims were revealed by the US Department of Justice, who've also identified the hackers for targeting American firms seeking a vaccine for the coronavirus. What more can you tell us about this?
Well, I think no one will be surprised by this. I think the really interesting thing is that the United States Department of Justice is on the case and it clearly intends to take action of some sort. Essentially this hacking has been against American institutions, but there are contractors involving Australia. In that sense, Australia is also involved. I think the really interesting thing here is what will be the actual effect of any legal proceedings taken by the United States. I guess there's a really question mark about how effective that will be. But the broader point to make is that this is perfectly consistent with all the warnings being given by the Australian government and Scott Morrison in recent weeks and months. That is that Australia, the Australian government, Australian institutions, universities, businesses, governments, all sorts of consultancies are under cyber attack and hacking attack from Chinese sources. So in that sense, it'll be no surprise. I think the interesting thing is what will be the effect of any legal action.
And it was only a few days ago that Russia was accused of trying to hack companies that are developing a vaccine, and now we've got China. Paul, do you think this is a great example of why we do need to beef up cyber security in this country?
Well, all these are examples of what we call the new grey zone of political warfare. And this is driven by technology. And essentially what we're seeing here is some sort of revolutionary change in the nature of power rivalry and the way conflict is being pursued. And it's no longer just a question of military and economic competition. It now goes into this grey zone driven by technology, driven by cyber interference and hacking. And it's essentially designed to try and penetrate the other nation's most prized secrets, steal the secrets, defuse their systems, and compromise their political systems. And essentially, I think the point to make about Australia is that we have been alert to this over the last few years in terms of the legislation passed by the Turnbull government and now the sort of warnings being given by the Morrison government. But this is the new nature of political warfare between countries.
Oh, absolutely. And we may be aware of it, but I wonder if we've been as hard line in protecting our intellectual data as we should have been.